A girl buys some items from a grandmother and her granddaughter and gives them money. The grandmother thanks God and leaves. Then the grandmother calls out to other customers saying, "Please take these items. They are very good. If you buy from us, we will be able to eat properly." Her granddaughter also calls out with her to sell the items, but no one buys anything. The grandmother says to her granddaughter, "I am very tired. Come, let us sit." Then the granddaughter says, "I also want to buy a cake." The grandmother replies, "When these items are sold, I will buy everything for you. Look, we brought so many things and now only a few are left." The granddaughter says, "Please God, let them be sold." The grandmother says, "Do not worry, everything will be fine." Then they stand up again and start calling out in the park to sell their items. After some time, both are in shop. The granddaughter are giving their item to grandmother. The granddaughter's eyes fall on a cake and she looks at it with longing. She asks a man how much it costs and he picks it up and shows it to her. The granddaughter shows the cake to her grandmother and says how beautiful it looks. They go to the counter and give their items to the salesman, who tells them the price. The grandmother and granddaughter gather their small amount of money and the salesman notices them. The grandmother takes the granddaughter aside and says they do not have enough money for the cake. The granddaughter says, "It is my grandfather's birthday. I must take it." The grandmother says, "We will come back with money and buy this cake." The granddaughter agrees. The grandmother says, "My granddaughter is so patient," and goes to pay at the counter. The salesman gives them their items and the grandmother thanks him and leaves. The salesman then follows them with the cake and says, "You forgot this cake." The grandmother says they did not have money for it. The salesman says, "This is a gift from me for you." As soon as the girl takes the cake in her hands, she starts jumping with joy. The grandmother says, "You are so kind." The salesman says, "Think of it as a gift I gave to my own daughter," and explains that he was very poor in his childhood and once went to a shop with his mother. He loved cake, but they did not have enough money, and a kind man had gifted him a cake in the same way. The grandmother and granddaughter reach home happily with their items. The grandfather hugs his granddaughter lovingly and then embraces his life partner. The granddaughter says, "It was your birthday. Look, we brought your birthday cake." Candle on the cake, and both grandmother and granddaughter start singing the happy birthday song. The grandfather thanks them, then the granddaughter gives him a note. After reading it, the grandfather holds it to his chest and sighs deeply because he realizes that the salesman was the same man whom he had helped in his childhood. He blows out the candle himself and they all live happily. Children learn strength, patience, and values from elders. If you like our video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.